if you look at the cabin space, it's quite small. A lot of things inside, a lot of hidden corners. It's also being put in environments where the light is changing, so you have days, nights, lights from other cars, etc., etc. All of it makes it quite unfriendly for a variety of technologies. Luckily, radar is one of those who can cope with all those hurdles I mentioned, and it successfully resolves the detection despite these interferences. On top of that, you can put radar at different positions in cabin, and it basically can see the whole cabin from various positions. So it's also versatile in terms of where it can be mounted, which is one of the constraints we have with cars. So we have smaller cars, bigger cars. Some of them have panoramic roofs, some have open roof, etc., etc. So with single sensor at various positions, you can see the whole cabin, including the hidden spaces such as footwells under the seats, etc., etc. And those are unfortunately the places where, in some cases, also the children can be found and not detected by other sensors. The first thing, we have holistic approach to the problem. That means we understand the scenery, the cabin environment, as well as the technology which resolves that. We have done that through 10 years of both theoretical and experimental work, and now we are at the stage where we really understand and resolve the problem holistically. That's one thing. The second thing, we have modular approach, which means we can combine features in a way that the OEMs want. We provide the child presence detection, seat occupancy detection, intrusion detection, proximity around the cabin, pet detection, and so forth. So OEMs can pick any combination of those features depending on their needs, which is also dictated by potential costs. And the third thing is that we have optimal implementation. That means the size and the cost of platform is optimized to the maximal extent. First of all, we have technology which is by its nature robust to the environment that we are working in. But that's not enough. So on top of that, you need to make smart software, smart algorithms, which we have done, which actually is able to extract the information from the sensor. And we have succeeded in that. So, and it's not only stating that it is it is the thing that is pretty much can be proven through, how shall I say, deterministic approach. There are test catalogs defined by the whole industry, by various OEMs, which define normal cases, corner cases, all kind of combinations of people sitting in cabin. Baby can be found in any kind of the position, covered with a blanket, under the seats even, and so forth. So we have those exhaustive catalogs, and we are going through them, and we are detecting all those cases. So we are claiming that we have 100% reliable technology for child presence detection. The roadmap of the whole industry is very clear. So we are speaking about rolling out the child presence detection technologies in the cars produced from 2024 onwards. That means we shall start now, and we are actually at the stage that to have the mature demonstration and mature samples which are ready to be engaged into the product development for serial production starting in 2024. Despite of the size difference between two companies, we have very good synergy with Infineon and their team since the beginning. So Infineon made the best-in-class radar chip, which is able to be used as the sensor for this technology. And NOVELIC on top of that is building the module and the algorithms. And by using their tiny but very well-performing chip and our smart algorithms, which can be fit into the small platforms, we are actually achieving what the industry needs now. And that's the reliable sensor working for all test cases, fulfilling the size factors, fulfilling the mounting position constraints, fulfilling the low power consumption, and in the end also the price of the system. We started thinking about that even in the early days of development. So, for example, in 2015 we already patented the technology. Now it's public and one can see that the fusion was foreseen. There we knew that the radar technology was powerful, but not powerful enough to resolve all the in-cabin features that would be necessary. And now it turns out to be true. So we would use radar to resolve the critical features, and on top of that the intention is to be fused with camera, so with vision systems. Vision systems have let's say possibility to detect much finer things, like for example driver conditions, eye movement, driver head position, and they can be focused on driver monitoring and also on passenger monitoring for the passengers that they are able to see. On the other hand, radar is there to cover the full cabin and to really detect whether there is life there, whether there is child there, and who is sitting where. Yes, definitely they are, and they do play a role also for radar. So we are using sensor technology which gives little information but very useful information. However, in order to extract all the use of that information, we also use we implement the machine learning on top of our algorithms. And machine learning helps us to classify the objects within the cabin by their size and by their physiological states. And that actually enriches the features that we are able to provide. What is unique with the AI stack that we use is that actually it's a very small neural network. That means we can implement it even on the edge processing platform, so even on the embedded platform, and therefore not to waste the resources of central computing or ECUs that can be used for other sensors.